It's kind of on those.
What's your alias?
Like it makes that.
Oh yeah, what's
my alias?
Yeah.
I don't have an alias.
He goes by Nate Rossborough.
Yep.
All right.
Welcome to episode numero dos.
Are we live?
Are
we live?
True.
Wait.
Bonercast.
Are we live?
Live on my computer's hard drive.
All right.
Live on the hard drive. It's the True Bonercast with J-Dubs. What was it? By
the way, his name is Nate, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just Nate.
We've got a special guest here.
You can call me Nate Dogg.
We've got Nate
Dogg.
That was always a.
We've got the Lone Ranger, AKA
Keith has a lot of it.
Lights out.
Lights out.
Lights out.
I never can remember my alias. I'm taking offense to this now.
I could go by
ridiculous.
I just forget it. It's T-Enemy.
I could go by my PlayStation gamer tag.
Yeah,
I prefer to be.
That's terrible.
I prefer to be cursed guys today.
T-U-R like turtle.
Yeah, T-U-R-I-B-L.
Just call me cursed.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Mine was auto-assigned, my Xbox Live name. It's Stoppable Glint 8.
Stoppable Glint 8?
Oh, I thought it was Unstoppable.
It's stoppable.
You could shut this
Yeah, you could shut this shit down easy.
Stoppable
like,
Glint.
oh, that guy's modest.
It
just
sounds
like, I'm not the best. Like, stoppable.
Sounds like almost
dirty. Did you
dirty.
do that on purpose, or you just couldn't think of it?
No, it was random.
It's auto-assigned to me.
Why did that happen?
You couldn't choose Snake Basket or something?
I set it up really quickly, and...
Snake Basket is his go-to.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's a metaphor for my pants.
I get it.
No, I don't know. I didn't even notice like the time to like put in your name, and I was just like clicking through everything, and then it popped up like Stoppable Glint is live. I was like, Stoppable Glint? I didn't write that.
Stoppable Glint.
That's like the price you pay for hastily making an Xbox Live.
I don't give a shit, man. But
go
yeah.
into your first game room. Like, why is Stoppable
What a
Glint
faggot.
highlighted? Like, what? Who is that
faggot?
guy? Oh God, that's me.
But then
sign out.
Then you kill people in your games.
I can't change it, right? I have to make a new thing, right?
I think so.
You probably have to pay like $1,000
Did we ever
for a
have
re-sign, like a
re-sign
You've ever
fee.
changed John Fiacco?
I think
Rename
that
fee.
Xbox just got thrown out. That was Sandeep's like Xbox Live account. He has PS3 now. Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy when you think
threw away his
of
Xbox.
how long Xbox 360's been around now. It's fucking forever.
New systems this year.
No one's gonna fucking buy them.
Sony
You hear all
press
this
release
bullshit
February
like you
20th.
can't use used games, and there's gonna be like a fucking built-in eye on your
Those are only
Xbox watching you
rumors.
jack off.
Those are only rumors so far. No, the worst is that the Kinect has always got to be plugged in.
What?
And the Kinect.
I don't want my
camera.
Xbox
there's
watching
all
me
these
jack off.
videos
Dude,
of
I
you
heard that they're gonna have like
showing
the
up.
it's gonna be like mandatory
Yeah.
Kinect settings, so you're gonna have
It
to
already
like,
exists if you have a webcam on your computer. It's just
know.
I've already seen 3 or 4 videos of myself.
Well,
Conspiracy
masturbating.
theorists put
PS4
put
sounds
tape
cool,
over their
so.
their
They
webcams.
do. I
They're
turned mine
afraid-
away.
They're afraid like,
Fuck
oh, the
Microsoft.
NSA is going
What's
to
up?
turn it on.
Although I
at
like
any point in time.
Windows.
I
So,
don't know. I don't know.
Fuck
how I
Apple
feel.
What'd you
computers.
say, Nate?
I said I like Microsoft, but fuck Xbox because I like Windows.
Yeah.
So fuck
What?
you, Bill Gates, who give a lot of money to charity.
Yeah, bazillionaire. He's a
Mark
chameleon.
Zuckerberg gave a lot of money
He's
to
like a
charity.
millionaire.
I thought it was Cha
I
Millionaire.
don't even have a good joke for that. That's just
Chameleon.
good.
Wait, isn't his name Chameleonaire?
I don't know.
Chameleon?
I just
No,
always
it's Chameleon.
I always just say
Chameleonaire.
Cha
Oh, okay,
Millionaire.
yeah.
It's Chameleonaire.
Cha Millionaire. Cha.
He was riding dirty.
I just read Weird Al's biography, and he
Dun.
has a picture with Chameleonaire.
Dun.
I saw
Yeah,
him
he did
live.
that
Presented
song.
something together.
White and
I
nerdy.
saw him live.
Yeah, you saw Weird Al live?
Yeah, I saw a
I
performance.
just read like this coffee table biography came out, so then I started listening to some Weird Al today, because I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't realize he had all these albums.
Yeah, dude,
It
he's
was
got
like,
like...
it came out with one 2001, 2003.
How did you not
the most
know
recent
Weird
one
Al
was
albums?
2001. I'm sorry, my finger's on the pulse of Weird Al parody.
Dude, that was like my
when you were younger,
I think that
you
was
didn't
my
listen to
first
Weird
I
Al?
had
CD or
Running
one
with
of them.
Scissors. No, like,
Okay,
I had the
as long
old
as you had
stuff,
Running with
I had the
Scissors.
old stuff, and I
Alright.
remember Running with Scissors coming out.
That's
because
great.
that
Everybody
song
had
was
that.
song.
Everybody had a Weird Al album, dude.
But then there was like this Weird Al album in 2003 that had Eminem's song on it, and Eminem let him parody the song, but wouldn't let him parody the music video. So then that CD just died because there was no music video for it because Eminem wouldn't do it, and Weird Al's all about like wanting people's permission. But he was kind of bummed that
Yeah, I remember
you
that.
get the video,
That was like his
you
MO.
get the song, but not the video.
Yeah.
But then it was talking about his other albums. I didn't know an album came out in 2011.
Well, that's
because we're fucking...
with like a Lady Gaga.
I think I follow Weird Al on Twitter.
He's got some good tweets in his book. He has tweets, so they're pretty good.
Yeah, I follow Weird Al.
His
Some were
opening
bad.
act was garbage. It was a stand-up guy. People booed him off the stage. But Weird Al, man, let me tell you, good showman. Put on a good
I can imagine.
entertaining.
You know, he's got
The man
difference.
entertained me a lot when
I
I
was
younger.
very
The
young.
man was
With his
valedictorian
music.
of his high school class at 16 and was still Weird Al.
Still fucking Weird Al.
Got a degree in architecture and then just insisted on being
decided
Weird
to
Al.
make parody songs.
He was apparently working in the mailroom of the record company he worked for, and then like in the mailroom he saw like he made like the top 100, and then he was like, "Well, I'm done being a mail guy."
Yeah.
And then it's just like I'm following this shit now.
I'm gonna make parody songs.
Weird Al
People want to
doing it.
hear this stuff.
Fuck Weird Al.
Yeah.
And that's the most recent book I've read.
Yeah.
Nate, what's the last book you read?
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Oh, the
Yeah, you
last...
haven't read a book in a while.
the-
Not in a while.
Templar Legacy is mine.
I
What's that
mean,
about?
It's fiction novel. It's pretty good. It's
mine
like
is...
it's good. Good book.
Hobbit.
okay, now
No.
hold on,
I didn't
Soldier
fi-
Night Table.
I didn't
Hold on a
finish reading
second.
it.
Keith.
I stopped at the point where the movie cut off.
You asked Beacotts what that book was about, and he just told you that it was a
Oh, he shrugged
fiction
it off.
novel and that it's pretty good.
Yeah, that was it.
I
You
didn't...
didn't tell him anything that could have led him to believe
Wait.
what was in that book.
I don't even know.
He just
I don't even
knows it
remember
didn't
saying
happen
that.
in real life. It's
Yeah.
not a real story, but
Wait,
That's
what?
like
and it was pretty good. It was pretty
Or
good.
something. It's like fiction.
what is this soup du jour? It's the soup of the day.
Wait,
Sounds
yeah,
good.
I
I
don't
think
even
I'll have
remember
that.
saying
Yeah,
good
I might
French.
have just said that. Just to, I
Nailed
don't even
it.
remember
Probably
him
the-
saying that.
I'm just saying, I was waiting for Beacotts to be, it's about this king and he's got to, stab people or whatever.
It's probably about the Holy Grail.
It's something like that. It's about
Well,
this,
Templar.
It's
It's,
about this
knights
secret
and
society. It's about the secret society who supposedly holds all these religious truths about Jesus.
Okay.
And there's these like Indiana Jones-esque like archaeology.
What time setting is this?
It's
Mm.
present-ish. I think
Present-ish.
there's no cell phones, but it's modern day.
All right, so
Oh, so it's
72.
kinda like a
Yeah, I think
slightly
it was written
alternate reality.
I think it was
Probably
written
in, like, the
It was written in
90s.
like the 80s or the 90s or something.
Okay.
And these people want to uncover it, and I don't know. There's a lot of
gotcha.
characters. It's exciting. It's a thrilling
I gotcha.
Not a New York Times bestseller.
No,
adventure.
but, you know.
Thrilling adventure. No, actually, it was.
I downloaded
Oh.
a
It
book.
was.
An audiobook?
No, on the iPad, on the iBooks or whatever it is,
gotcha.
because I was teaching my friend's dad how to use his iPad, and he wanted to learn how to use the iBooks, so I said I better learn how to use the
Yeah, set it
iBooks.
up on your iBooks.
So I bought what did I buy?
What did you buy?
Flowers for Algernon.
No, it's like this marijuana book.
Oh, that's a good. I read it. Dude, I listened to that audiobook like fucking 6 months ago.
Flowers for
yeah,
Algernon?
yeah.
Dude, I love that concept. He's getting smarter and smarter.
It's
and smarter,
good, man.
And then boom, it just fucking
the
cliff
person,
dives into an idiot again.
the person that played that voice, did the audiobook. They did a really good
Charlie impression.
Charlie
Oh, I
in
was
like
gonna say,
stupid
that's-
mode.
Yeah, I've read that or know the
Yeah.
story.
And there's like 3
At least.
movies for it. Flowers. For
I think it's
Algernon.
called the Marijuana Logs.
Yeah, it's close. To
It's
Flowers for
written by Doug Benson and these other 2 comedians.
Oh, all right.
It's just it's a funny, they make funny little chapter. Like most chapters are 3-4 pages.
Is it all spoof shit though, or is it real?
Well, it's like rules for smoking, and then it's like or like
Spoof book.
This is how you.
That's the
This
most
is how you're
recent
teaching
book
your
you've
friend's
read.
dad.
Well,
Nate read
That's what I had to
Crazy
buy.
Phrases. It's a play on words
It's
a
playing
puzzle
for
book.
apples for apples.
Puzzle book. Yeah.
I'm not a big app guy.
Whoa, yeah, me neither. I got the chive today, though.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Is everyone into the chive?
I'm not. I actually looked at it today for the first time.
Like someone told me about it, and then
this is a website, right?
It is also.
I prefer
puts up a bunch of
scallions.
video. It has other stuff too, but
my friend likes this
collection
site.
of like.
Yeah. He's a fan.
Wait,
I'm really into
are
it.
chives scallions?
Yes.
Well, AKA green
onions.
Yes.
Make things taste good.
Why are there so many names for the same thing?
Hot chives, a.k.a. scallions.
Might be one of those things like this.
Just add that shit to Keith's aliases right there.
Exactly.
Genus of
Yo,
chive.
this is hot chives.
Maybe.
It's like apples, like the shitload of apples, but they're all apples.
That's true.
Shitload of chive.
It could be like that.
You got your scallion chive.
Hot
Chives
chives.
going cream cheese, scallions going Asian food.
Oh man, I don't want to rant. This guy the other day at work, he got bagels for everyone in the building I work in.
What an asshole.
But this guy,
What a dick, right?
yeah, no, great. Like,
What's
he
his
was
What's his
thanking everyone.
agenda?
His agenda was like everyone had been doing
Nice to him.
extra time, kind of, and
Oh.
working harder than normal and trying to get shit
They
done.
pay
So he bought us
in
all bagels. This guy doesn't
at the
eat cream
US
cheese.
Army
He only eats
Arsenal.
butter. So he gets like 2 dozen
US
bagels,
Army Arsenals.
1 thing of butter, only 1 package of cream cheese, which disappeared in like 3
what
or
a-
4
What do you mean
bagels.
1 package? Like a 8-ounce Philly
No,
box?
yeah, your
or?
regular Philly box. You got 1 of those
Okay.
for 2 dozen bagels. And I
What
was
a
like, dude,
fucking
you
moron.
don't eat cream cheese, but
Why
that
didn't he get
means
it
you
from the
don't
place? Why didn't he pick up, or did he get it from, I guess
you
he
get
went
the
to a
tub.
grocery
I
store.
don't know.
You get the tub.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say, you get the
They
tub.
were fancy.
You get 2 tubs, 1 tub
Yeah.
butter, 1 tub cream cheese.
No, you get the really small tub of butter, because fuck butter.
A lot of people don't use butter.
Then you get like 3 pounds of cream cheese. And everyone's enjoying the. You're cutting bagels in half, and you're eating them open faced with cream cheese on both faces. Like,
well, who doesn't
when there's
do
enough
that?
cream cheese, that's how you eat your bagel.
Yo, you know what?
That's
the
how I eat
office
all my
suite
bagels.
started doing though.
Open face with cream cheese on both faces.
Yeah,
Yo.
dude.
I don't do that. I
I
close
feel
it
that's
up.
selfish. I feel like
I
yeah,
close it
right.
up.
Like let's go here.
No way, dude.
Selfish
Double-
with open face bagels.
Cut it. Both sides down.
You indulge a little. Keep
You know what the office
practices
suite started doing to our
indulgence.
bagels?
Well, we only have
Cutting
one
them in
thing,
half.
No one was indulgent.
Wait, what?
That's
I got a
retarded. I
quarter
wouldn't have
size.
even participated in that eating disaster.
I had to put
bagel place.
butter in my
Eating
cream
disaster?
cheese to like soak it up.
All right,
Okay.
that reminds me. All right, I got this story from work today. So we order from this Portuguese restaurant every Friday. My boss buys us all lunch.
Portuguese.
Because he wants us to
Every
think that he's
Friday.
a nice guy or something.
And you get
right?
Portuguese every Friday.
Right, this fucking shitty restaurant. I don't ever order because it's garbage.
Buenos tardes.
But they give you like a recycle bin full of food for like $15, $12 or whatever. Like
So it's like
Recycle
90% rice.
it's 90% just
And
oil.
beans.
It's actually just it sits.
It's a
in
tub of oil
It's oil soup.
with with various items
It's
floating in
oil
it.
soup. Like you asked for pickles. My coworker asked for pickles one
an
time,
oil chili.
and they gave him pickled other vegetables, like pickled broccoli, pickled carrots,
Pickled broccoli.
pickled
Pickled carrots, yes. Pickled broccoli, go fuck
Peppers.
yourself.
He asked for
Pickled
pickles for his
broccoli.
for his turkey
Yeah.
sandwich, and they
I'd
gave
like
him like
some
pickled
pickles.
like vegetables.
Oh, welcome to the Middle East. Here's all these pickled vegetables.
There's all these assorted
Portugal is not in the
Here's
Middle
some
East.
oil
Yeah,
soup.
but they
pickled
pickle
oil
that kind of
soup.
shit in the Middle East.
I hear ya.
And maybe Portugal, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll have to
So
ask
anyway,
you.
the delivery guy that comes,
I'll have to go to
the
Portugal.
delivery guy that comes is how do you say a weirdo and
Oh, he has
would you say?
downs.
serious downs.
Dude,
No, he comes
that was
in.
over the line.
Yeah, that was way offensive. No, so this guy comes in, and my
was
boss.
awful.
If you know my boss, he's super like I'm your buddy like with everybody, especially strangers. So he's always like, hey, how you doing, Ivan? How are you? How you doing, Ivan?
Smiling the entire
Smile.
time.
And I think this Ivan guy takes it to heart, like I'm really his buddy. So today he comes in, my boss wasn't there, and we think he's joking. He's like, how about this time you write a check for $0 and I pay for lunch? And then we're like, that's funny, Ivan. And he goes,
Just muttering under your
fucking hate,
bro.
I hate Ivan.
No, I will pay for lunch today. Yes.
So we write
I
him
will
the
do
check.
making eye contact
write
with
him the-
someone after he says that. Like,
So they
this
write him the
fucking
check,
guy.
right? And all of a sudden he pulls out this envelope, and he goes and leaves it on Matt, the other coworker that's there, leaves it on his desk, and he's like, thank you, everybody, have a great Friday. And like Matt opens up the envelope, he's like, there's $45 in here. He just paid for our lunch, including the tip we gave him. Like, what?
Wait, what?
So yeah, it's really fucking weird. And the guy's really like, I can't really describe it. There's something not many people like give me the fucking creeps or weird me out. This guy weirds me out 100% when he's in the office. He's always like pacing around the office, like waiting for his check, trying to like chat with somebody or like just like, what the fuck do you want, dude? Like, we're in an office.
What are you doing?
Fucking delivery guy,
what's your
bro.
game
Get
here,
the
man?
fuck out of here.
What's your
As if
game?
he's like some he doesn't actually work there, but somehow everyone allows him to be there. Like, what the fuck is that guy?
I picture you're just like swatting him away like a
What's
fly.
your fucking
like,
game, dude?
Here,
But so he leaves, and we're like, why did he do that? Why did he pay for the tip that we gave him? This makes no sense. And then my boss comes in, he's like, what? That's really fucking strange. And we're like, oh, we thought maybe you knew something about that. Like, he owed you one or something. He's like, no, I have no idea anything.
Asking your boss if some guy owed you. Oh,
No,
boss, someone owed you one.
But then the other guy in the office brought up, and I didn't even consider this, that Ivan's gay.
This really affected the office.
It did, and it was like an hour.
Nothing got done for the rest of the day.
No, it was like an hour of all
trying
of us
to
like
figure out.
all of us like deliberating and like really talking it
Did
out.
anyone in your office just hate gays?
But no, he's like, I think Ivan may be gay, and he may have taken the buddy stuff to heart, and think that was like is paying for someone's lunch. Is that move that he just did like a gay,
Flirtatious.
like an underground like gay move? Like, I got your lunch, bro.
Oh, it's like the foot
You
under
got
the
my number.
bathroom stall.
Yeah.
I got your lunch,
Foot under
bro.
the bathroom stall.
Meet me
Buy
downstairs.
lunch.
I got your lunch. You got my number. You know.
Okay.
So what do you
I
guys
don't
think
think it's
about
on the
that? Is that a
same-
move? Is that a gay move?
I don't think so.
I think he just did good at the track.
Was it
an
generous-
office full of dudes?
There's one female there. It's a
Let me
5-person
clarify.
company.
She's a female.
It's a 5-person company. There's one female. Is that a gay move, or was it a courteous random Friday?
Or a weird guy move. I think it might have been a weird guy.
Could have been a weird
But
guy
a
move.
weird guy?
I don't know who this
$44
guy he left the
$44?
$45 is. Like, I need to know that guy.
Who he left the $45 with?
So did you give him a
you
check
said he
for
left
$45?
We gave him a check for like whatever, 43.
So you guys just
Yeah.
exchanged money pretty much.
Hey.
We gave him a
Essentially.
check for 43.7. Had no idea he was going to leave money, and then he left an envelope right before he walked out with $44 or whatever.
Well,
so weird.
This $43.
I
how
think he
much
was just
tip
trying
does
to.
that
I think he was just
include?
trying to
Do you
pay
know?
for your lunch. He just paid for your
$8.
lunch.
And it's like
$43
same.
check
It's like
includes
same
$8.
thing every Friday. This goes on.
That we order.
Yeah,
Right, it's different amounts though. It's never,
Okay.
It's not always. It's within.
But it's all. You always leave a decent tip.
We always give him $8 every Friday.
So if you got $3,000 worth of food, you'd still give him $8.
My boss would give him $8.
Oh. Hey, come on.
My boss would give him $8.
It's like $2 a person.
$8. Here's your $8.
He just doubled his hourly wage.
You just sold us China.
No,
Here's $8.
Well, because what I was thinking is maybe like you take care of him. He says, "Yeah, I'm going to do something nice for these people." I get from.
I don't know,
He's
man.
so dumb,
Take care
though.
of it.
Why would you just give away $44?
It's kinda like
It
when you
was
go
a
to the bar.
bizarre interaction.
The bartender knows you give them a couple on the house, and they they'll take care of you in the tip at the end of the
It
day.
was a
Or at least
bizarre
that's the way
I've
it
never
should
been
work.
to any of these bars.
Doesn't happen.
It
Well,
was
then you
as
need
if-
to go to a bar where
We're
you're
not as good looking as you, Nate.
Well, truth.
It was as if the guy wanted to announce his presence and that he was buying lunch, and that
He might be gay.
and he
Maybe
made a
I buy
comment. He
lunch
did make
today.
a last minute
What,
comment.
tossing salad? It was like, hey guys, first
Actually,
salad.
that
No,
happened to me.
His last minute comment was,
Sorry.
"Tell your boss thank you. Tell your boss thank you."
I don't know. Maybe they don't get a lot of business, and your Fridays
Anyway,
really pick
man.
up the week
Anyway,
for them.
dude, it
For
was
that fucking
it's
oil
gonna
soup.
turn into a cable guy situation. He's gonna ask my boss to come play Shoots and Ladders alone.
Yeah.
Let me change it.
I'll
Let me
bring
buy
some
a
oil
Heineken.
soup.
No, yeah,
Oil soup.
Fuck
You
it.
don't want oil
Anyway.
soup, Keith?
Oil-
You sound
I
like
just-
you're not too enthralled
I
with
could
the
just, like-
Portuguese oil soup.
Oh,
Oil
no, Keith
soup.
wasn't enthralled with? Alright, last Saturday,
Oh,
go to the
God.
Devils
Here we
game.
go.
I'm lucky enough that Corinne couldn't come home. I got Devils ticket. Me and Keith are in
That's-
line for beers.
That's Lights Out Sister, by the way.
Yeah, lights out sister. So she couldn't come in. We had a bad storm. Family had an extra ticket. I get to go with Lights Out and his parents.
Curse Targas, please.
We go there. We're in line for beers, and we're just bullshitting. And then this girl behind us goes, Keith? Turn around. It's this girl that Keith knows from school, and she's there with her little sister. It's a 2v2. It's amazing. She goes, what are you doing here? I was like,
Wasn't that
I'm just
amazing?
here with my parents. And then she points at me and goes, oh, is this your parents? He goes, no, it's my friend. Zero introduction whatsoever. Yeah, and I'm
Wait,
sitting there
they asked if you were Keith's parents?
Yes, joking, like opening up. Like, hey, who's this guy
Who
you're
is
with?
this?
And
No,
then
it's just a friend.
And he's like, no, it's just my friend. And then Keith continues to have a conversation.
Don't mind him.
And I realized, like, I can introduce myself. I've done it plenty of times. I was
Yeah.
like, let me see if he's possibly going to introduce me. Doesn't do it at all. And then we walk away. I was like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, oh yeah, that girl's crazy in college too. She used to be all into like fucking and talking about that's awesome. I was like, you could have asked her and her sister, what are you guys doing after the game? You want to go get a beer? We could have done anything, but you just left me out of it. He's like, fuck you, bro. You want to introduce me if you need to go? Well, I told him, like, hey, this is my boy, Lights Out. Like, what do you guys do after the game? Lights out there. No, like, this guy's my friend. Forget about him. Let me just have this conversation. Then
She was just this bitch that used to give free blowjobs.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
You
it.
just caught me off guard.
Crazy
sister
girl,
really
and
good
like little
blowjobs.
sister. Instead of like,
How
not
little
gonna
was the
open
little
up
sister?
doing
Was the
something
little
after
sister
this,
hot?
Like,
Was a little
no,
16?
neither one was attractive. Like that's
don't
kind of
know.
why I let it go because like the girl, she was okay. She wasn't great, and our little sister had hipster glasses, but she had painted on eyebrows or like drawn in. Yeah, it was
It's a
just
turn
like-
off.
Yeah, big turn off.
Yeah, so
like
I
grow
wasn't
some real
gonna
eyebrows.
get a forced introduction, but it was very funny to watch Lights Out. He's not introducing me.
Fucking-
Like, two people, we could go out with these people.
Well,
just
like,
knock
all
them
right,
out. And then
I-
we're like,
oh, all right.
why didn't I ask him to
In my
do something?
defense, I
Like,
feel like if
didn't
I saw her
introduce me.
first, if I saw her first and I wasn't caught off guard, I
Yes,
might have introduced.
He was
her.
caught off guard. That's why he didn't do it.
Well, we were talking about something retarded.
Well, if you
Like,
spin
we're
around
talking
and
about
see,
Jersey City.
you know,
no,
you spin
we were
around
talking
and see
about
that,
something stupid.
see that
Like,
Ronald
dumb,
McDonald
dumb.
face.
We were talking about me and you moving into Jersey City, and then you asked her where she lives. She's like, Jersey City. I'm like, oh, we were just talking about moving there. And then
No,
I
we were
just
talking
spaced
about
out
something
because I
else,
was like,
too.
I was just thinking to myself, wow, he's really not going to introduce
I gotta say, for
Do
the
I introduce
listeners
myself?
that ever listen to this,
There's 11,
The
I
burp.
think.
the burping that
we
you
have
hear
11.
is because I'm drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon,
Oh.
and I just want to apologize for that. But it's gonna happen, so you're gonna have to deal with it.
Lights Out drank Newcastle when we got this beer.
Oh, Newcastle.
I got...
That's a hipster beer right there, if I've
Yeah.
ever heard of one.
No, it's
It didn't
not.
used to be,
It's
but
not.
it
The
is
little
now.
sister was
Oh,
driving.
it's a hipster beer.
Newcastle
It
Ale.
Little
is-
flows
sister
through the
driving.
streets of Brooklyn.
Oh
does.
God, no, it doesn't.
It didn't
this
used to
is
be.
what the streets of Brooklyn.
Nah,
No, that's played out now. That's almost
Yeah,
like,
they're like
passe.
It's all
This is
about
like cool.
brown,
Like
brown ale.
PBR's cool in Trenton now.
No, it's
Like,
cool.
Yeah,
You know, it's like
Going back
Frontier.
down to Trenton.
Yeah.
Dude, next thing you know, Pittsburgh's gonna have hipsters. Like PBR will be cool in Pittsburgh.
Nah.
Yeah, I
You know?
totally
I'm pretty
agree.
sure
Totally
it's
agree.
Out.
everywhere.
It's
Pushed out.
I think hipsters
Pittsburgh's
are
got
like,
Iron
You know,
City.
people they're all cycling
I think
through the
they've-
scene.
I think
and
they've
like,
Iron
expanded
City and
outside
Iron
of
City
Brooklyn.
Light, man.
They're definitely outside of Brooklyn now.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah, for
drank
sure.
in Pittsburgh.
But
yeah, dude, the hipster frontier.
I totally
It was at
agree,
Trenton
dude.
last year.
It's not PBR there anymore. Newcastle has become.
No, it hasn't. That is
I always
not
hated
true.
Newcastle in college. The people that would buy Newcastle, it's something about it.
Now,
Just-
Keith,
We
are
drank
you
it a lot.
denying this because
Before it was
Yeah.
cool.
you're sticking up for Newcastle,
No.
or you don't want to be labeled a hipster?
I don't think Newcastle is a hipster
Tom
beer at
Brady.
all. That's
Sticking
why.
Sticking up for Newcastle.
I am because I don't think it's a hipster beer at all. I don't think hipsters drink Newcastle. I don't think they would pay for it at a bar.
The streets of Brooklyn are paved
Why are you giving
with
me that
Newcastle.
look? You guys are drinking the most
I
hipster
feel
beer
like
of
there's
all.
probably an entire blog with Newcastle hipster created art.
No. Dude, Newcastle's for like the old dude watching like
It's
soccer
so
in a
good.
pub.
Maybe.
That's a
Yeah, that's
that-
why
no, that's a-
hipsters latch to it.
That's a
That's
dream.
Maybe like
It's so
15 years
underground.
ago.
Like,
Oh, the
You
old
guys
guy
are
watching
fucking
soccer in a
drinking
pub.
PBR.
Which is the greatest.
It's passe now, so it's
No,
cool.
it's not.
It's
If
cool
anything,
again.
if
I was
anything-
drinking it before it was cool, when it
Keith,
was cool,
no.
and I'm
Selected
drinking it
as
now while it's
America's
not
best in 1893. All
That-
right,
Yeah.
that's
You've
quite an
been
award.
supporting Arsenal since then.
No.
Yep.
Maybe. Maybe.
He's down with that.
What else did I
Talking
have to
about
say
Newcastle and you guys are drinking PBR. Fucking unbelievable.
It's established in Milwaukee in 1844. One of the greatest
it
beers
tastes
ever
like
made.
fucking shit.
It
It's
does
the
taste like
worst,
shit. It's
disgusting
outrageous.
beer.
But that doesn't have
See,
anything
I'm
to
a
do with the
person.
argument.
I have a refined taste that involves beer you can see through.
It's disgusting.
Anything darker, like that can of Guinness you left here. It's been sitting here for 3 weeks because he left two
milk it.
here.
Is good.
He left two here. In a moment of desperation, I drank one, and I was like, I'm fucking never drinking that.
And
again.
that one
this
can
wasn't-
stunk of
I've
his whole
wanted to get
apartment.
drunk, and I just let it sit there. Like, I'm not drinking that.
What about
Too
Rolling
lazy
Rock?
to put pants on.
Rolling
for
Rock's
liquor store.
disgusting. Rolling Rock's worse than PBR.
Rolling Rock.
No,
Okay.
Rolling Rock,
Rolling
since
Rock's
they
good.
changed water, I'm going to be pretentious about this. Since they changed the water source.
Disgusting. You guys
You
are
got-
No good
disgusting
anymore?
taste in beer.
I
They
like
went from
Rolling
Latrobe,
Rock more than
PA
PBR.
to fucking
It did. It went from
Foxville.
Western PA to fucking
Foxville.
yeah, St. Louis.
Fuck Knoxville. Oh,
Fuck St. Louis.
Yeah, fuck St. Louis.
They got that
Cities,
fucking stupid
not
ass
Twin
arch.
Cities. What are the Twin Cities?
St. Paul and
And
Minneapolis.
yes. Thousand Lakes.
I
PBR's
forgot.
gross.
People live in Minneapolis, huh?
Some do.
Shitload of lakes.
There was a school shooting
I
just
flew through
recently in,
Minneapolis?
I think so.
I don't know.
Or St. Paul, one of the two.
Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Probably both happen.
Yeah.
Probably.
Had to happen.
It's the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Jesus, that place is disgusting.
Here's a question I have. All right.
What have you been to the Twin Cities? It's in Minnesota. It's not beautiful.
No, it's fucking
Yo,
around.
when you guys were like when you were going through middle school
This is fucking disgusting.
and high school,
Yeah.
did you guys did at any point your schools go through like the bomb
Yes, we
threat
had
phase?
One. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember one.
Okay.
yeah.
That was
Put
in
down
middle
the
school.
curtains because people are throwing golf balls with rocket motors.
That was in middle school. Golf balls with rocket motors?
That's what happened to us in like 7th grade. It was I went to this Catholic school.
Shut it down!
Kids were doing this. Yeah, they were taking golf balls and drilling a hole in them,
Lock it
and
down.
I guess putting fireworks and rocket motors in them,
Oh.
and then lighting that, and then throwing the golf ball that had like this firework or rocket motor into it through windows.
So then it would like
Yeah,
go crazy.
So
our school, we locked it down.
staff
by
member-
closing the
Lock it
blinds.
down.
So if the golf ball,
The staff member that took it way too seriously. Grenade! Shut it down!
But here's the thing.
I can barely
Like
remember.
bomb
it was like
threats.
7th grade.
Well,
I think.
you know, not cool. Not. You
I was
know.
at JFK for a bomb threat Boy Scouts.
But
Wow.
why did we had our
us about
Columbine,
it.
we had our Virginia Tech, but why like with this Connecticut shit? Did now everybody feel like they can just start shooting people at school?
Oh, I know. It is what happened.
Like literally, there's been like 9 school shootings.
It happens
like
in
2
China all the
months.
time.
I
now.
really want to kill people, but I didn't have any ideas before.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to take it to a school.
Like the same day that happened, a guy in China, he didn't have a gun, but he stabbed 28 kids.
How
that's
is that
pretty
possible.
Well, they know martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Throwing
through the
throwing
hallways.
knives count as a stab.
But in China, there's all
Those
this.
stars, man.
That's a stab.
you
China
up.
has an issue with all these problems at school, similar to our school shootings, but you never hear about it.
Because it's in China.
And it's like
And
a
they don't
billion
release
people,
it.
so it's
China
like-
doesn't release information.
Yeah, it's
They
like
re-
times 3.5. But they have a bunch of that
I saw
stuff.
this article in the Daily Mail where there's these schools in China in these towns where people moved, but then the work kind of dried up, so then people moved away. And there's literally a teacher and one child in the school, like being like one-on-one.
That's a great system.
Because there's nobody else. There's nobody else left for the
Nobody
kid.
in the
Great
town.
teacher to student ratio.
Well,
Kids could have a.
But you got to hand it to the
amazing-
Batman guy. He had a little creativity, right?
He
yeah.
dyed his hair orange.
And he shot
It
up
wasn't
a
a
movie
school.
theater.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a school.
I
Yeah.
had a crazy meeting today, though, because of the Sandy Hook shooting.
You had a crazy
We're
meeting.
revitalizing the smart gun.
Dun, dun,
What's that mean?
dun.
Is that the one that can shoot around walls?
No. Well, the beauty of this is that no one's going to listen to this podcast because NGIT is doing something on CNN.
Well, you might
next
not
Friday.
want to.
Are you like not allowed to talk about this? This is
No, no,
classified
I can talk
information.
about
This is classified
I mean,
information, this is
the
classified
idea is
information.
because
This
there's
is
companies
declassified.
working on
Declassified.
it.
Okay.
Declassified.
There's
We're good,
companies
we're good,
working
we're
on
good,
it.
We're good.
It's the kind of gun that when you hold it, it was in Skyfall. It takes like your biometrics. So if you're the owner of the gun, you can shoot it, and if you're not,
Okay.
it knows you're not the owner, and it's disabled.
I gotcha.
So we had a meeting. That's
This
just
is in
coming
another
back.
movie.
Definitely.
Equilibrium?
Heat. You guys watch Heat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
88 maybe.
You know, Heat
No, I
gets a
don't
lot
think-
of undeserved
I don't think
credit.
I've ever actually seen Heat.
I think
There
it
was a
gets a lot of
movie
undeserved
Where
credit.
the
Val
needed-
Kilmer cannot
needed
act
like
in
a
that movie.
thumbprint for the gun.
Skyfall.
Oh no. Maybe yes, so, but that movie with Paul Giamatti and Clive Owen, Shoot 'Em Up.
Shoot him up.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but there's companies working on it, so it's pretty cool. Because the whole thing is like with gun control, what the fuck do you do?
What do? That's a good question. What do you do?
There's just too many guns.
I think it should just be
Yeah,
like
control
it's
'em
like
all.
it takes a month to get a gun. They should just have to like everything's got to be put in place, no matter how long it takes for you to have that gun, and it's trackable and it's fucking all on you. Like that's what should be done.
What, it
'Cause
takes
then-
a month?
No, it doesn't. Some people, you can go to a
No,
gun
is
show.
that what you're suggesting?
I'm suggesting it should take however long it takes to fully check out people and make that gun trackable. So even if they lose or misplace that gun, there's a way to find it. Because part of what
that's
we're working
probably a
on
good thing
is
to
you're
do,
having
yeah.
like a powered gun for biometrics. Why don't you have a powered gun? For
Did you hear
GPS?
about that?
But you don't think people will be able to figure out how to disable that?
There will, but it's a deterrent kind of thing. It's like counterfeiting. Oh,
you-
don't you think people will figure out a way around like printing fake money? Of
It's
course they
certainly
will.
an
They
obstacle.
Keep updating it.
It's an
and you make
obstacle.
it harder and harder. Yeah,
It's like antivirus software.
yeah.
It's
Like 20
garbage.
years
but
ago, we could have probably counterfeited.
Did you
money.
hear about that?
But now I can't counterfeit.
That
shit.
it was like the government tried to do like a sting operation, so they had all these, I guess, black market guns that they had confiscated, but they were
Fast
gonna,
and Furious.
they were gonna like sell them
And then they killed
and try
border
and
guards.
arrest them. And then they like lost the guns and lost the money.
Yeah, Eric Holder managed to just like
and then now,
get away from
these
that.
guns are starting to show up in murders and things like that. And then
Awesome.
Yeah,
and,
those
like,
guns killed border patrol agents
Yeah.
at the Mexican border. The
Something like
guns
that.
the U.S. government sent out to track
Yeah,
killed the U.S.
that's what
government's
it
own
was.
employees.
That's pretty good.
Like, that is outrageous.
That is
And then
pretty fucking
Obama
stupid.
pulled executive order and said that he wasn't going to release documents on it. Because Eric Holder was under some shit,
retard.
and they were questioning him, and they wanted these documents, and then, executive privilege, and Obama cut it out. And it was like, oh, man, Obama, remember when we had change?
Yeah, hope, man. Hope and change.
Hope.
I remember all that change and hope.
And now it's like, now you're hiding the documents where we sold guns
Now
to
you're doing
cartels,
drone
and then
attacks
those
in
cartels
Libya.
killed our people. Like, you're covering that up. Like, hope.
It's probably smoking.
That could be like a Disney
Smoking too
movie,
many-
but
this
instead
tastes
of
like
guns,
fucking
it'd be like
toothpaste.
parrots.
It's menthol.
And
On an island, it'd be an island. Like,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
some sort of weird.
it's been 1 week,
Weeks.
and then that's the fucking
been-
opening credits. It's been.
You
know,
know
like
how
Steve Buscemi to do a voiceover on a character.
you
Of
know
course.
how there used to be
Stupid fucking
prison
parrot.
colonies?
Yeah,
Why don't we do that anymore?
Same reason we don't do leper colonies anymore.
because we care about.
Well, because
people.
there's really no more lepers. It's not really
All
an
right, burn
epidemic.
victims.
But there's a lot
Yeah.
of prisoners.
Same reason we don't do leper colonies.
You don't
Because
just
then it'll
separate
make
people from
more
society.
lepers.
I don't have the reason. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, okay.
That's good. If you separate people from society, it's just. Besides, 10% of prisons are privatized.
But if you just put
Wait a minute.
if you just put,
privatized,
I'm just gonna
so
skip
it's a business
over it.
now.
I
But
know, that's-
it's less than 10%, so you're all right.
Hey, all right, wait. I got a question, totally unrelated. What's the word for if you say please advise me of something?
yeah.
What's the noun of that word? And
Advice.
but that doesn't make sense. If you say please advise when you're going to pick me up,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You don't say I requested advice on when the advice suggests you're asking for
Information.
how to do something. I want the noun of that word. Is
But
it
you
an
wouldn't say,
advisory?
Please advise.
What about
when
an
you're gonna pick me
advisory?
up. You wouldn't say please advise when you're going to pick me up. You just say please inform me of when you're going to pick me up because it's
Well,
information.
it's
We
interchangeable.
just say when the fuck
It's
you gonna pick me
interchangeable.
up. You
It's
wouldn't
interchangeable.
please
No,
advise.
this is a business setting.
Oh.
Yeah.
What
We're on
the
the
fuck,
couch,
bro?
we're on the
I use that word all the time at work to say please advise when you're going to do something.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
that's bad English, but Chinese people.
I
probably understand it.
didn't decide to do that. I'm
Well-
made to do that. But
Well, yeah, because Chinese people, that's probably how they learn the word.
I would think it would be advisory. I requested an advisory. An advisory is an informative, statement.
An advisory is normally a document, though.
No, I don't think it has any connotation for
No,
document.
yeah, because it's statements on the radio, like,
Yeah, like
this
an
is
advisory. Yeah.
from the National Weather Service. Your tits are fucked.
Yeah.
Your tits just got fucked.
Your tits are now.
And they're like,
Oh,
oh,
shit."
thanks, NPR.
Oh shit.
Holy shit, my tits.
Fuck.
Just sitting on your couch. You hear that over the radio, like, oh.
Looking down at him.
shit. I had no idea.
It's true, but I had no idea.
Are we gonna go to Alex's?
No, I don't think that's
gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, it's not needed, but it would be nice. That's all.
I think when you got there, you should tie. What's the guy's name?
Alex.
No, the
Matt.
other. Alex doesn't exist. I thought.
No, he
Alex
exists.
is away.
the mat is who you want to meet, right?
Yeah.
Tie him up, right? And
Remember when we used to threaten Chaz that we'd kill him? Yeah, we'll kill you. Like,
we'll fucking kill you, Chaz.
remember that night we were at that party and me and you, we were really drunk, or we were really something, but we were on I remember being on a back porch, sitting outside on a deck, and me and you laughing about shh, Chaz, and just
That was my deck.
yeah, that was it. We were just thinking about putting down Chaz
In the hallway of the high school.
Yeah, the hallway. But other people there were like, "What are you?"
People were like, "Dude, that's fucking
we're laughing
dark, man."
hysterically about just
Slipping
putting
a knife.
at Chaz, turning it shh,
Go to
laying him
sleep,
down,
Chaz,
like,
go to sleep.
Chaz.
It's all
go to
over.
sleep."
Closing his eyes. Oh.
Oh man, that is
Yeah,
pretty.
oh,
If
we
you
were
knew
getting
Chaz,
so dark.
if you
We
knew
were getting so
Chaz,
dark.
you'd laugh. You want to kill him.
Oh,
Because in reality, we love Chaz. Because every time he would put his hand up, "Oh,
Hey, I'm
Chaz!"
So if he came around the corner and was just like, "Hey, I'm Chaz," and you just knifed him, and he was like, "Gah!"
Yeah.
You're just like,
Because one time I think we sold Chaz something that may not have been legal. It was legal, but it may not have been legal. And then ever since, when that happened, yo, Chaz, if you tell anyone, I'll fucking kill you. And he reacted
Oh
like,
my
what? And
Like,
we're like, no, Chaz.
"Oh,
I'm just
seriously,
kidding,
bro?"
I'm just kidding.
but we'll fucking.
But then we
kill
always
you.
end up thinking about just killing Chaz. Shh, Chaz.
Would you give him the quick swipe across the?
that
throat?
would be that. No, you
No.
stick him.
You go into him and you twist and you,
You put your hand on his shoulder,
You know,
kind of on the back of his
know.
neck,
Yeah.
of his neck,
Yeah.
and just
And he's
where
like-
you're right up in his grill.
yeah, he's like, oh,
right up in there.
yeah.
and he knows it's over,
Yeah.
but he's got 30 seconds, and you're there.
Yep. Just let it happen, man.
Go
to sleep,
It's happening.
He knows it's all
It's
over.
already been
You
done.
know, you just
If he
real
resists,
peaceful.
it's going to be more painful.
really helping Chaz out.
Just giving
This
him.
just had to happen, man. So
Yeah,
We're just having life give you the benefit of the doubt, Chaz. Just
You need
it's all
another brewski?
over.
I'm going to
It's
go.
all over.
Can you get me one,
man.
Keith?
No, but if you knew him, he would be the most fun murder to
To commit?
to carry out. Yeah, that would be
There
an
wouldn't-
enjoyable murder.
All right.
Not that murder's enjoyable.
Yeah.
But on Chaz,
I couldn't murder somebody.
I couldn't murder, but Chaz.
I imagine that's one of those things when I actually did it, I then puked.
You
Like, I think I'd
after
freak out. I
Chaz is
think
on the
I'd
ground.
freak out.
Chaz is on the ground with blood all over the floor.
Yeah, you're just like,
You
what
just-
did I do?
You vomit on his corpse, and then you just black out. Like, I can't believe
Then
this.
you
Dude,
just left
Blade Runner
DNA
shot his
everywhere,
girlfriend.
Who?
Blade Runner.
Oh, yeah.
The guy with no legs that ran the Olympics.
yeah,
He shot his
I
girlfriend
saw
through the
that.
bathroom
Oscar
door.
Pistorius.
Why
Sprinter.
is he called Blade?
Because he's a
Runs-
sprinter with no
runs
legs.
with
Because
his
below
crazy-
his knees is missing, so he has.
So
just,
he uses
No,
these
I
little
know what
magical
he
legs.
runs on. I didn't consider them blades.
Well, they
call
kind
it
of
Blade
look
Runner,
like.
you know, the movie, even
kinda-
though it's about
They
cyborgs
kinda look like
and
blades,
totally different shit.
They
like-
kind of do.
Blade
like
legs.
curved scimitars. He's running on
Yes.
flexible
Backwards.
scimitar.
It
Backwards.
kind of reminds me of that movie, The Arrival, with
Yeah.
Jodie Foster and
It's kind of like he's running on the
Charlie
moon.
Sheen or whatever. and
Charlie
the-
Sheen.
he
You
bounced
lost me
backwards.
there.
I've
You lost
never
me
seen
there.
him run.
Was that the goat
Oh
man?
no, Jodie Foster
Was that the goat
in-
man? No, I'm thinking of
It
Contact.
was some other blonde girl, and then it was Charlie Sheen. Because I remember
Remember how
saying
bad
it was a
Contact
mix-
was?
She's gay, by the way.
Is she? That's really.
Wait,
awesome.
you didn't see the
Yeah, she
fucking
came out
Oscars,
at
dude?
Yeah.
You say, oh, you didn't see that? No, I don't. Why would I know Jodie Foster?
Whoa,
is
because
like-
I
You didn't
wa- I read
watch
Daily Mail.
the Oscars?
I read Daily Mail.
I know you do,
And
and
it
I
was- it
read
was
Daily Mail links that you.
It
sent
wasn't.
me.
It's not that surprising or cool or interesting. I mean, I don't give a shit about it.
Jodie Foster
No, dude.
is
Meryl.
the most beautiful woman.
No.
in the world.
Meryl Streep was a fox.
No way! Get out of here. There's plenty of other more
She's
beautiful
the
women.
most beautiful
No.
woman you
I think
would
you're-
marry in the world.
No. Meryl
think you're thinking
Streep
of the
was a
wrong
fox,
person.
and I would have
Yeah.
married
Meryl
her.
Streep was good, but Meryl Streep, she's getting gilf. Like, you're not beating off to Meryl Streep. You're beating off to Jodie Foster.
No, I'm
I'm not beating off to either one of
not.
them.
No one's beating. Well, I'm sure there's somebody.
There's somebody, dude.
Although I was watching
I'll-
Silence of the Lambs.
There's a
before I
cult
came up
following of people that beat off to Jodie Foster.
Oh, there's probably so
I don't
many
wanna know
gifts
those
out
guys.
there.
You know how many gift vlogs?
Gift
bro?
blogs on Jodie Foster.
Here. I was watching Silence of the
fucking like
Lambs.
Straight
before-
out Williamsburg.
like her face is superimposed over like fucking porn star, just Jodie Foster porn star gif. That would
Just
be-
her in contact, like when she's about to come and turn
contact?
that vehicle in
Oh
contact,
my
like,
God.
oh, she's shaking. Like, oh.
Just the head on the gif is shaking and the tits are like moving
It's
up and
her
down.
that like traveling the oh.
Like a whole cult following.
They just watch
Beat 'em.
Contact
Just
and
the
beat 'em.
flying of
Just
gifs
red
of
raw.
that, her head shaking in that vehicle being put on the porn star's
Tits
body.
moving up and down.
Oh,
That's a great idea.
oh,
No,
man.
you know what's the worst movie ever made? I've come to realize this. That movie,
Cube 3, the Hypercube?
no, that's
Oh, it's
not the
Cube 2,
worst
huh?
movie ever, dude. The movie with John Travolta, Civil Action.
Oh, I was gonna
The
say,
worst movie ever
another,
made.
Another
Civil
John
Action.
Travolta movie, also awful.
John Travolta has maybe he's in the top 5 worst movies. of all time.
JT
Battlefield
got
Earth.
handouts from masseuses, though.
What was...
And it got to his head, man.
It did go to his head.
It fucking went
If
to his
you
head.
started out, what was it?
Grease.
Studio 54 or whatever?
No.
Where he put the 2 slices of pizza?
Wait, what?
That disco movie that John
Oh,
Travolta's in.
I don't know. Yeah.
Something about Boogie Fever or Saturday Night Fever?
Saturday Night Fever.
Something?
Dude, him at the beginning when he puts 2 slices of pizza on top of each other and then eats them, that is the greatest opening scene to a movie ever.
People-
John Travolta.
right. And
Because
what happened?
he's probably thinking, I'm getting so many hand jobs from masseuses. But you don't know it because it's the 80s. And the swagger he has from those hand jobs is phenomenal.
People said, "Hey, I saw you in that movie. That first scene with the pizzas, man, that was brilliant."
Yeah.
And it got to his head.
Pizza
And then he made
Man.
movies like Phenomenon, that stupid Michael Angel movie or whatever. And then Civil Action was just the worst movie.
Civil Action?
Face off.
What is Civil Action? What is this
Dude,
movie?
I keep thinking that movie with Tom Hanks and the gay guy he's defending in Philly.
Oh, that's
That's Michael Angel.
That's Philadelphia.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
terrible.
that was
I
close.
hate that
He's got the
movie.
wings and he's predicting earthquakes.
Yeah.
It's terrible. That's Phenomenon.
Yeah, no.
Civil
What's
Action. Civil Action is this movie where John Travolta, I think he's a lawyer. And
It sounds like Philadelphia, right?
it-
That's got a lawyer in
It
it.
It's like
happens
a-
in some like
it's like a parody remake of Philadelphia, but it's not funny. It's not supposed to be funny. It's like a dark parody. No, he's a lawyer, and the town's water gets like polluted. It's supposed to be this
Aaron
big.
Brockovich?
It's supposed to be this. It's supposed to be this big moral. It is like that. It is like that, except it's
parody
fucking.
It's like Aaron Brockovich in Philadelphia.
It's like
combined.
it's like a
With
dumbed
John
down.
Travolta.
It's like a dumbed down Aaron Brockovich. It's like a watered down, just like piss like white wine sauce
I don't
all
think I've
over
seen
Aaron
this
Brockovich. Just all over Aaron Brockovich, and you get a Civil Action. We had to watch it in high school, and it
I'm
was.
watching this tomorrow.
Don't watch
don't.
it, dude.
This is being
Nothing-
downloaded.
Nothing happens.
Philadelphia, Aaron Brockovich, and John Travolta.
And
like,
white wine, pissing white wine sauce.
Why did you have to watch it in high school?
We watched it because it was supposed to be this like moral question, like, did you stand up for the people, or like, is the company to blame? Like, or do you like fucking?
You stand up for the
Yeah,
Or is the company?
That's why the
I-
movie sucked.
bro.
He was,
Yeah.
he was rolling. So I
That's
just
why
let
the
it go.
movie's awful, dude. That's why the movie's awful.
Genius.
That's why the movie's awful.
John Travolta's a genius.
He's standing
Not
up
only
for
are
the
we for the
company.
people, we're against the company.
We're against the no, it's a nightmare watching that movie.
I don't think I've ever heard of that movie, but
That movie is definitely.
all right,
a
well-
I just
dream
remember
he
like
had.
barrels
Like,
of chemicals getting dumped into some like,
in like little
Aaron
shitty creek.
Brockovich.
No, in a shitty creek.
yeah, it's
No, Aaron
like,
Brockovich was
in a
I
shitty
just
dumped the chemicals.
Well,
I
where
need a-
else do you dump shitty chemicals other than a shitty creek?
A shitty ass creek.
Yeah.
I
How'd
need
the
a
creek
moment.
get shitty?
I just need a moment to deeply apologize. I'm very sincere about this. I shouldn't have ever mentioned a Civil Action. Now you guys know it exists.
Almost like the River Wild.
Just because
The River
I mean,
Wild is brilliant.
No, we're all great. Kevin Bacon.
Yeah,
Kevin
good
Bacon,
movie.
Meryl
Are you kidding
Streep,
me?
dude, and Keith
Meryl
Stad's
Streep.
in it.
Talked about this.
Keith Stad-
White Dad's
Wait,
dad is
whoa,
in
whoa,
it.
whoa,
White
we already
Dad's dad.
talked about this. Oh,
What?
remember that other podcast we talked about this on?
Yeah, that's on the internet. Fuck that one. But yes, like
Oh.
the like
Keith hates
the dad
River
that
Wild.
loses is like your dad, and he gets on, and then Kevin Bacon just tries to like own this family.
Yeah,
Just like
the
power of
concept,
family.
the concept
think
of Kevin
so.
Bacon trying to own, like, replace the dad of the family and own the family
Because it's so just
on a
it's-
rafting trip.
I know this
It's
movie.
not what you want from Kevin Bacon, because I'll always think of Kevin Bacon like when we used to do hallucinogenics.
And he's
And
majestic.
at one
yeah.
time, we lost it with Kevin Bacon on this huge, like 12-foot span eagle.
12, that's not that big.
Yeah.
Just,
Not that
but no,
30
big
foot, I
enough
was
for
thinking.
Kevin Bacon, like
Just big enough for
big enough to be airborne.
Just big enough for Kevin Bacon.
All right.
A little plump eagle.
30 feet, whatever. Let's push it. But Kevin Bacon, he's got jeans on, a brown belt, no shirt, looks perfect, and he's just flying. This
Got the
huge
eagle by the
like,
mane.
Yeah, just Kevin Bacon
Eagles have a
swooping
mane?
through, like
Just gripping his
brightening up people's days because he's just
brightening
fucking
on the eagle.
just
a
look
big,
at
big
he's just got
smile.
these jeans on that fit amazing. No shoes, no socks, nothing. Just jeans and a brown belt.
Legs
Kevin
out, cowboy
Bacon.
boots, legs out, but eagle by the mane.
Oh,
Smiling.
just
Any
making it for everyone.
any belt buckle?
Maybe.
Yes,
We have-
traditional though. Traditional
Okay.
U-shaped belt.
I got you.
Nothing flashy.
No.
He's Kevin Bacon.
What-
The eagle's flashy enough.
Would you use the word majestic to describe that? If there was sunlight glinting off each hair on his head.
Can you stop the glint?
Oh my god.
Under the powerful
That was a really good reference.
I didn't even get that for a second.
I just got it. Way too late.
Wow, dude. Can you fuck that name, dude? That's the difference with Kevin Bacon. You can't
The beauty
stop
is-
his glint.
Is you got 7 other? No, you probably have 8 other stop it.
I don't think that's what that
stoppable
means.
glints.
I think it's a randomly generated
I don't
number.
think they do stoppable glint than
1
2,
through
3,
8. No.
They gave it out successfully. Like,
Yeah.
How many
alright,
people do
today
you
is
want to disappoint
stoppable
today?
glint.
Does that mean there's like 40 more too? They just assign that name.
There's like 42 disappointed Xbox people out there.
Is that? You think that's computer generated, or someone like come up with?
There's
that?
an algorithm.
There's
Someone
an
came
algorithm,
up with
right?
an algorithm.
There is, right? Like 2 consonants and then
It was
a vowel.
like, it was like take words, you know.
Yeah.
You have to at least pull words
Yep.
and then number.
It was like that.
glint.
like
That's the
Philadelphia.
most pathetic, like, fucking, just low self-esteem name.
No, it's called being humble.
That's not humility, dude. That's
That's not.
pathetic.
No.
It is.
This is
It's a
Xbox.
stoppable glint.
Dude, we're talking
What kind of
about
online
Xbox.
presence
We're talking
do I
about-
have if my name is Stoppable
No, I can understand
Glint?
because mine's John Wilkes Booth.
Stoppable glint.
Like if I wasn't John Wilkes Booth, I'd feel pretty
One of the
shitty.
funniest names ever created. You shouldn't feel
Like-
bad about that name. You should laugh.
I'm gonna go on Wii U.
If anything,
Uverse.
you're trolling people with it.
It's just it's
But
disheartening.
yes, if I wasn't John Wilkes Booth, I would be heartbroken on the internet.
It's heartbreaking.
So happy I looked up that John Wilkes Booth Steam account.
But yeah, go watch the
That's
Civil
what you
Action tomorrow. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
totally.
Then watch Philadelphia and
John
Edinburgh.
Wilkes Booth, in real life,
What about him?
is an idiot.
You think so?
Yeah.
He
Do you
had,
think he was framed?
he had 5 different girls' pictures in his pocket.
That's
right?
great.
The man was a baller.
I heard that he had.
He
hooves.
thought he was doing this great thing for the South.
I heard
when
that
in
he had-
reality, he did one of the worst things possible.
But he told the people that he was around when he was dying to tell his mother he died for his country.
I heard that he
And
had.
then he looked at his hands and said that they accomplished nothing, and then he died, which is actually really upsetting.
I don't.
Yeah, that's actually how he died.
He
They
looked
burned
at
him
his
out of the
hand.
barn, some guy shot him in the
is that
neck,
a
he was
direct? Is that a
paralyzed.
direct quote? I mean, he looked at his hands.
He looked at his hands and he said, "Useless," and then he died. And before that, he said, "Tell my mother I died for my country."
But then he said useless.
Well, the thing is, he couldn't
Is
control
that
his hands.
is that him taking back what he said?
His hands were just flapping.
So he wasn't really looking at.
Useless. I can't use them.
Useless because he didn't kill Lincoln, but
Yeah.
he was
Well, he did
like
kill
because he was
Lincoln.
paralyzed, he couldn't move his hands, so he had to have the people around him, like the soldiers that were there.
I
and,
would like to
Raise
look
my
at,
hands
I would
up.
like to look
yeah,
at my
he
hands.
asked them to like bring his hands to his face so he
Okay.
could look at them.
So dramatic. What a dick.
I don't
right?
think that really.
Well, he was an
happened.
actor.
That
He
didn't
was an
happen.
actor.
That
He
didn't
wa-
happen.
He was an
so
actor.
dramatic.
That probably didn't really happen.
But he
though.
was an actor.
Keith, I'm a buff.
Did he?
Did it
like,
really happen though?
According to books.
Yeah.
I was about
According to
say.
buffs.
But
Books and buffs.
According to most buffs of
Who
the
have read the
modern
book.
I would say I'm a JWB buff.
Okay.
Yeah, you would
when,
classify yourself?
I would classify myself as a buff.
What school did he go to?
It's a great question. I'm not a buff. Alright, I'm thinking back to being a buff.
Do you think a
Not a buff.
buff?
Because you should be able to, if you were
If you're a
actually a
buff,
buff,
yeah.
you'd be able to
question.
say what, like, at least what theatrical school did he go to?
Yeah, right.
New York
What
School
was
of
his
Theater.
Some
first?
shit,
what was
man.
his first play? Right.
Great
God.
question.
Why is everybody in a play?
really good.
I gotta brush off. You do know the circumstances of his death, though. So I
I
mean,
know those last 13 days.
I thought he got shot in a barn.
He did get shot in a barn.
yeah.
He was in a barn.
But
he
that
sent
didn't
out
kill
his
him?
He was hiding
accomplice,
out.
And
Yeah.
he kept demanding a fair fight. He said if the soldiers stood 20 feet back, he would fight them. Just let them get out of the barn.
Wait, did they have
And
guns?
Yeah, they all had guns.
How's he gonna fight?
Because he had a gun. But he
Oh.
wanted to be able to come out of the barn, face them off in the field, and him versus them. But they were like, that's ridiculous. And the guy
That's
that was
ridiculous.
trying to talk
You're
him
gonna kill
down,
us.
the guy in charge of these soldiers, he was like, come on, bro, like, do this for us. And he pointed out that this guy was holding a lamp, and he was like, I could have shot you in the face so many times now. So then the guy was like, oh, and like put the lamp out, and was like, fuck, what are we doing here? So then they decided that since he wouldn't leave the barn, they would light it on fire and he would come out. But while it was lit on fire, this one soldier freaked out and shot him, and he hit him in the neck. And then that guy had a whole career
freaking out.
touring the country as the guy that killed John Wilkes Booth. But then, so after he was shot, they pulled him out, and then he like was on this house's porch, and just like paralyzed apparently from like the neck down, and just like hating it, and he like slowly went
This
out.
sucks.
And,
This
like,
fucking
miserable
sucks.
I wonder.
Why did I do this? I could have just stayed acting. Instead, I had to go shoot the president in the head.
He had strong beliefs.
Sic
right?
Semper Tyrannis.
Sick. Semper.
Did you watch that?
Tyrannis.
Did you watch
No.
that?
I'm all hopped up on Toblerones.
Those didn't exist yet.
Did you watch that
those
Darren
people's
Brown
on Tumblr.
assassination thing?
Yes, I did watch that.
What did you think of that?
I mean, it's very elaborate, but it is interesting that you can trick people like that. Although, I feel like he cheated
Let's just.
by carrying his body outside. That was outside
No,
of
that's not that one. That's the.
Wait, what?
That's
Yeah, they
the.
made him think he killed the guy at the...
I don't know.
No,
Where are they going?
I'm talking about the one where they made a guy carry out an assassination.
That was crazy.
That's ridiculous.
What are you talking
Just let's
about?
talk about this for you guys and the viewers. Darren Brown is a hypnotist, like master of misdirection and suggestion, and he's a master manipulator, and he orchestrates these huge experiments to prove things, sociological,
Like
sort of theories.
Things you can affect with the mind. Like,
Okay.
you can
Right.
get people to do things that they wouldn't normally do.
Okay.
So the
By
beginning,
these tricks, which involve setup and all that.
I
crap.
got
so
it.
the beginning of the episode, he suggests that what assassination did he suggest may have been done this way? Anyway, he suggests you can brainwash someone to carry out an assassination and have them not remember it. And he got a subject who he thought was worthy of this, and he
And
had
he
this
had to have a
super
whole-
elaborate
You have to have a whole
experiment.
group of people, and they narrow them down to find
Actors.
the most suggestible person.
Right.
So he took the most suggestible.
The government
person
could
and
easily
then-
do that. That was
Yeah.
his point. But the episode happens, and he gets this guy to carry out what he thinks and believes is an assassination. He stands up in a crowded theater and shoots the guy on stage, and
Yeah.
everybody's an actor.
Multiple times.
Everybody's in on it.
Like pulls the
Multiple
trigger repeatedly.
puts the gun back down, and then later takes the lie detector. Doesn't remember any of it, and very sincerely, you can tell. The lie detector was the person administering the lie detector test was very good about it. He was like, "Did you eat purple elephant yesterday?" The guy's like, "No." He's like, "Did you wear your shoes backwards yesterday?" He's like, "No." He's like, "Did you carry out an assassination attempt in a crowded theater?" Like, "No." You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't nothing
Did he
to do
pass
with it.
the lie detector?
He absolutely
Yeah.
passed it.
The guy, it was crazy because I think it was a girl next to him or a girl in front of him did whatever the signal was. And
She
this-
had a blue polka dot dress, which
Yeah.
made him go into a
And what this
trance, like a
signals was-
kill trance.
Zoolander.
Yeah, exactly. The premise of Zoolander, and that's the whole thing the guy was playing off of. Like, it was Lee Harvey
Relax.
Oswald
Don't
brainwashed.
do
Right,
You know,
because he had
Manchurian
no
experiment,
memory of it.
Don't
Yeah,
do
because he
that.
had no memory of it.
They won't go
But
to
yeah,
that.
he gets this guy to be triggered, and it puts him in the he had trained the guy to react to this certain pattern
Okay.
at a shooting range, and he would just pull up a gun and then squeeze off like 3 rounds
Also,
at a target.
the trance that he did in the shooting range, his accuracy improved by like 3 times or something.
Yeah, putting him in
Once
this
he
zone
put him
or
in
whatever.
this
it
zone, he was a terrible shot, and then
Yeah.
he talked him and did like some hypnosis sort of
Yeah.
stuff, and he just was like dead on.
And he made him more accurate like immediately. And then he sends him into this thing, gets him to trigger it. He thinks he's just that show, stands up, shoots the dude. The whole thing was that they had to get him in there with a gun, and he didn't know he was going in with a gun.
Right.
But they were able to plant the gun in his bag. So even though he thinks he's going to a regular show, obviously he's not carrying a gun. But they somehow got a gun on him.
And the person
So
next to
he
him was like,
reacts.
the person
Even
next
though he
to
doesn't
him.
even know he has a gun, he reacts to just
Well, no, the person next to him, once the lady sat down, the person next to him was like, the target is so-and-so, and there's a
Yeah.
gun in your bag. And he was just like, you could tell he just wasn't even there. He was just like, Just like reached in, got out the gun real slow, real paying super attention, just focusing on the guy on the stage. Just stood up, like took aim like it was at the shooting range, and just fucking shot the guy. And the guy had squibs in and like went down.
So it was like the guy was actually witnessing what he thought was someone dying.
He wouldn't have known it was set up. Like if he was aware, he would have thought that he just killed a guy. Like it was.
It's so fucking nuts.
It was really crazy and makes you think.
Is this a television show?
Yeah.
It is in England. Darren Brown is the guy, and he does these ridiculously elaborate. He set up like an apocalypse for somebody. It was like a weekend-long apocalypse. This guy thought the world ended, and it was like fucking people.
That was super. The thing is that they're all very elaborate.
What's the name of this show?
Just search Darren Brown Experiments on YouTube, and they're all on YouTube.
It involves a lot of character actors and a lot of people being in
on
it's
it.
like,
yeah.
if you want to control someone,
you can do it.
This guy's just running a show, and he's
running
controlling
it's
suggestible
ridiculous.
people nonetheless. But yeah.
It's
Like he has a guy admit to a murder he didn't commit.
Right, he has him like doubt himself, his own memory, and
he
like
instills this whole guilt thing with like chimes going off and like physical touches.
this whole like weekend elaborate like setup in this house. It's supposed to be this convention, and the guy's there for, and there's like a murder that takes place, and like he admits to the murder by the end.
Like they made one guy a douchebag. Like he was always a douchebag when that guy was in his presence. And then they had,
that guy
he had said to
sucks.
someone else, like, that guy's not, like, the greatest guy.
Yeah.
And then, like, the next day he wakes up and the guy's dead. He's like, and he, like, what they did was he fell asleep in his bed and they moved him outside. And that's the one thing I think that was cheating. But he wakes up outside and then goes inside and the next day
to make him doubt his own memory. And they're like, man, you had a lot to drink last night. Do you remember that? And he's like, what are you talking about? I went right to bed. And they're like, no, you didn't, It's like, and he wakes up outside.
And he was like, oh, man, I didn't like that guy. And, like, they had left clues around him that would make him think he did it. And
it's ridiculous.
And then and after they get people into this, they just break it all down. Like,
he talks. Oh, that wasn't real.
Like, the guy talks him out of it and lets him know, like, this was all bullshit. Like, welcome back to reality. And brings him all back. And then there's, like, a big party with all his friends and all that. Hey, do you remember?
That's the end of the show. Always a big party with all
the big fucking party. Like, dude, you assassinated a guy, man. Woo!
It's crazy, though. Darren Brown can bring people that into it and then pulls them out of it. And then, Ranger!
He removes the triggers, like the hypnotic triggers.
With Michael Douglas, the game? It's like essentially what that movie is.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it sounds good, though. Michael Douglas
is
pretty good.
It's
Michael Douglas is better than John Travolta. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Falling Down?
Oh,
Michael Douglas?
Great move. Great move.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I like
great
that movie.
move.
You faggot fuck. the Nazi in the basement.
He just wanted his breakfast.
No, I haven't seen that. All right.
He just wanted
coming on an hour.
Oh, an hour.
Gentlemen, True Bonercast, episode number 2. J-Dubs, I'm T-Enemy. I got Lights Out on my left and Nasty Nate Dogg.
Follow us on Twitter at BonerJamDestroy for all your boner art and Bonercast updates.
Pop into SoundCloud and search the True Bonercast.
And hopefully we'll be on iTunes. And we'll sound better next week.
It will sound better.
I think.
Plantronics.
From here on out. We're all getting Plantronics.
Yep.